I mean, it really is fucking incredible. 6-1 again, another huge night of action on profitable.tv. 6-1, 2-0 elites, 2-0 max, 2-1 profit plays. Do you realize that we're on a 20 win, 8 loss, 1 push heater? An absolute oven. I mean, it's documented. It's insanity, and we're hitting games left and right. Some guy asked where the picks were yesterday, and they were on the community. They were all the videos, all the picks, the profits plays, my elite video, my profit play video. We're all in the community. If you can't find the picks, you got to be drunk. I mean, honestly, you got to be drunk. Think about this. We went 4-1 on Friday, 2-3 shitty Saturday, 4-1 on Sunday. Those were my plays. 10-5 with elites and profit plays for the weekend. 3-0 profit play Sunday, 1-1 elite, 1-2 profit, 5-3 overall Sunday. So we were 14-7-1 Friday to Sunday. The last 3 weekends were 12-3, 11-5, 14-7-1. So you add the 6-1 to the fray, and you're looking at 20 hits, 8 losses, 1 push over the last 4 days. That's some crazy shit right there. I mean, honestly. So, and you look at what happened last night. D-backs, boom, kicked the Giants' ass. They put 12 on them. Phillies win again for Mattingly. Boom, cashed. We would have hit that under in the Spurs game if it didn't go to double overtime. That was the one loss. Elites, Canadians in overtime. Boom. Padres 1-0 over the Dodgers. Boom. And you got the profit hitting max profit plays. The under, it lands at 9 in the Astros Twins game. Boom, that hit. And the under 9 in the A's Angels. That game was 2-1. Boom, that hit. I mean, it really is insanity. Let's look at everything that went down. The basketball game was insanity. Absolute fucking insanity. Wemby is a freak. They win it in double overtime in OKC. 122-115. Wembanyama, 41 points. You heard me. 24 rebounds. You heard me. I think he had 3 blocks to go with it. He's a freak. Dylan Harper, my boy. I used to watch him in the morning training where I ball. He trained every single morning, 5 a.m. He's in there jacking shots. And he never missed. He had 2 trainers with him every day. 5 a.m. the guy's greasing it. And now look at him. 24. 7 steals. Dylan Harper getting involved. Spurs win it in a double overtime thriller. Wemby sealed it with a pair of dunks in the final minute. He hit a logo shot. Castle had 17. He's a freak. Vassell and Johnson, 13 each. Champagny, 11. I mean, who didn't get involved? Fox didn't play with an ankle. It didn't matter. Caruso had 31, the second highest scoring game of his career, off of the bench for the Thunder, whose 9-game playoff winning streak dating to Game 7 of last season's finals ended. Jay Will returned from a 6-game absence with his hammies. He had 26. Shea, the MVP. Is he really the MVP with this Wembanyama guy? I don't think so. I got to be honest with you. He had 24, 12 assists. He was 7 of 23 from the floor. It was the 6th-game one in history to go to double overtime, the first since Spurs dubs in 2013. It was absolutely crazy game, and they win it. And they lead the series 1-0. What a Western Conference final this is going to be, if that was any indication at all. Baseball, Cleveland, all over Detroit, 8-2. Ramirez homers and drives in 3 for the Guards. Phillies cashed for us. Stotts, 2-run homer in the 8th, the difference at the bank. Miami, how about it? 12-0 over the Braves. Sanoa, a grand slam breakfast. Max Meyer pitched 6 strong. He's been incredible for the Marlins. They're 4 games under 500. Tampa put it on Baltimore 16-6. Yandy Diaz and Caminero each drove in 4 runs for the first place Rays. How about the Mets? They're suddenly on fire after being the worst team in baseball. Not anymore. They took the series from the Yankees and they went to Washington and beat the Nats 16-7 in 12 innings. They scored 10 runs in the 12th inning. How about that? And the Nationals leave 19 on base. They fell apart in the 12th inning. I mean, you got to be kidding me. New York is 6-4 in extra inning games. That's the most of any major league team this year. They have the most extra inning wins and games. They've won 6 of 7 overall. Unbelievable. The Mets are turning it around. They're 21-26. They're 5 games under 500. You know they're going to do it. They're going to turn this season around. They got all this talent. They spend a lot of money on that payroll. Yankees hold on 7-6 over the Jays in the Boogie Down Bronx. Bellinger and Jazzy Jazz Chisholm hit 2-run homers in the 7th inning rally, and they get it done. Bednar closed the door. Boston 3-1 over Kansas City. Contreras with a home run for the Bo Sox at the K. Milwaukee all over the Cubs at Wrigley, 9-3. This was supposed to be an incredible showdown, and the Brewers kicked their ass. Bowers homers and drives in 4 for the Brew Crew. Minnesota 6-3 over Houston. Josh Bell homered twice for the Twins. Colorado 7-6 over Texas. Rockies outlast them. Mackenzie Tipper Gore leaves the game with an injury in the 1st inning. Rockies win it at home. How about this? The Angels game, Ginn loses a no-hitter in the 9th inning. And then the game, Nito, a 2-run walk-off homer. So he loses the no-hitter and the game. Seattle 6-1 over the White Sox in Seattle. Colt Emerson homers for his first career hit. San Diego, he who would be king, Michael King, incredible. And Andahar homered off Yamamoto in the 1st inning. Michael King did the rest. Struck out 9 in 7 sharp innings at Petco. And we cashed that ticket, bitch. You know we cashed that ticket, bitch. 1-0 over the Dodgers. And Arizona, we cashed that ticket, you hoe. 12-2 over the Giants. Arenado's grand slam breakfast. Second one's $1, hoe. All right. How about the Montreal Canadiens? They win it today. Time. Boom, we catch that hoe as well. 3-2. New Hook, the winner in the extra session, 11 and change in Shavalop Buffalo. All right, it's a terrible Tuesday. Let's give you the rundown. 8 o'clock tonight on ESPN, Game 1, Cavs and Knicks, the world's most famous. Knicks are laying 7.5, 217.5 is the total. 4:10 East, Atlanta and Miami, Perez and Garrett. 6:40 Cleveland and Detroit, Messick and Montero. 6:40 Cincy at Philly, George Burns against Luzardo. 6:40 Baltimore and Tampa, Bradish and Jackson Dart. 6:45 Mets at Washington, John McClain, he's a hero, against Griffin, Forrest Griffin. 7:05 Toronto at the Yankees, Cease and Warren Miller ski films. 7:40 Milwaukee at Chicago at Wrigley, Mizorowski and Brown. Charlie Brown. 7:40 Boston and Kansas City. Danger, Suarez, and Falter. 7:40 Houston and Minnesota. McCullers and Matthews. Clay Matthews. 7:45 Pittsburgh and St. Louis. Helen Keller and Liberatore. 8:40 Texas and Colorado. John Rocker and Peralta. 9:38 A's and Angels. The Big A. Lopez and Detmers. Tied Detmers. 9:40 White Sox in Seattle. Michael K. and Miller. Light. 9:40 Dodgers at Padres. Sheehan and Canning. And 9:40 San Francisco at Arizona in the desert. Raup and Nelson Mandela. It's time for Fast Forward Ferrall in Your Facial, where we do everything that matters and shit that doesn't matter. Wemby was so unbelievable. I got to play it all for you. Let's just do it, right? There you go.
Wemby rolls the ball. Okay. In one fell swoop.
As the MVP starts to insert himself a little bit more.
Jalen Williams now defending Wembenyama. We're back down, the double comes. Wemby tries to beat it, but that was 10.
Yeah, but there wasn't a 7'4" guy there with a wingspan of 10'8".
He's 7'5".
He's not 10'8", but it looks.
I mean, what just fucking happened? You gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
Easy. This is easy money. Easy money.
Johnson now, another body on SGA. Giving him no space. McCain, late clock. Oh, Wembenyama there with it.
Free safety coming up with the steal here. Harper.
Wemby sees two. Nowhere to spin.
Holy shit, off the glass.
Like, he'll just let guys feel empowered in practice, taking all the shots, and he doesn't ball dominate in those spots. When he's ready, the moment comes.
Wemby, the flush. Block Shea.
He's been very active tonight for the Spurs, hasn't he? Shot clock at 8. Wembenyama turns, spins, shoots.
Oh, spinning shot in the box, in the lane.
11.5 to go. Wemby's giving the Spurs a 2-point lead. Thunder wanted to travel out ball. 5 to shoot, Dylan Harper. On the pick, it is Kessler for 3.
Miss rebound, put back off the glass.
Spurs got numbers hungry now behind the plate. 5 on 4. Wemby's going to pull a deep 3.
Oh, from the logo.
Shot.
Logo.
Ties it at 108. Career high in minutes played, regular or postseason for Wembenyama. 45.
Oh, the jam dunk. Bitch.
Mason Wallace guarding Cassidy. Harper guarded by Lynn Caruso. Wemby.
Oh, two-handed flush in your fucking face.
Must stop OKC. Castle. Lobbing.
Oh, reverse two-handed jam. Game over.
Unbelievable, folks. He's unbelievable.
Oh, game over. And did you see how it ended?
Was the previous youngest. Thunder down 6. Gotta go quick. Williams.
He swatted the shot to end the game. I mean, this guy, honestly, he's got to give everyone in San Antonio a fucking hard on. This guy is an absolute freak. So, tough times in Buffalo. Think about this. Both the Bills and Sabres suffered overtime losses to end their seasons. The Bills lost to Denver 33-30 on January 17th, and then the Sabres lose at home in overtime in Game 7, 3-2 on May 18th last night. How'd you like to be a Bills and a Sabres fan? I'll give you this. They're always in these games, so I'd rather be in the game and lose than not be in the game and not be a winner and not be involved in giant, stressful games for the world, playing for the world, and you lose. I'd rather be in those games than not be in those games. So if you're a fan there, you have to enjoy the fact that you get to see all this shit, even though it sucks. Losing sucks. That's just all there is to it. But you get to go to all those games. Like, I went to a million Steeler games. I've seen them lose in the Super Bowl twice, but I've seen them win 6 times, motherfuckers. You know that. Dylan Harper stepped up in his... Same with the Penguins. I seen them lose. In 08, they lost. It was, heartbreaking. In 09, they lost to the Red Wings. Then in 09, they go to Detroit and win Game 7 at Joe Louis Arena. Fleury was incredible, and they won the cup. And then they won 2 more cups. They won 5 cups, so I've seen them lose. And seeing them win is better, obviously. It's incredible, but sometimes you got to lose to win. But it seems like Buffalo always loses. The 4 trips to the Super Bowl, they lost all 4. So Dylan Harper, incredible. 24 points, 11 rebounds, 7 steals, and 6 assists. I mean, tell me this guy isn't a fucking badass guard. I mean, he's doing it all. 24, 11 boards, 7 steals. 7 fucking steals. 6 dimes. He was feeding Wembanyama like he was at the zoo feeding animals. The Canadians are the youngest team to advance to the conference finals in the last 33 years. So I want to play you their game-winning goal in English and in French. Here's the winner in English in Buffalo last night.
Great chance in overtime. That team close to the line, and Montreal's going to work it out. Carrier ahead. Over the line comes Newhook. Shooting. Scores! Alex Newhook! Olay! 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 And they said never a bad thing. Shoot the puck through the traffic, through the legs of Dahlin, and Luukkonen can't get a hold of it. Underneath the glove, over the pad. Best sound in the world as it hits the post and goes in. And
there you go. So now you got to hear it in French. It's even better.
Disque perdu et Carrier s'empare de la rondelle libre. Carrier, la passe. On entre avec Newhook. Elle veut faire le filet. Le tir. Victoire des Canadiens! Alex Newhook propulse le CH en finale de l'association de l'Est.
All right, that was just fantastic. And we bet on it. Boom! Who makes you money? Me, that's who. Who do they trust? Me, that's who. Who do they want? Me, that's who. And the prophet. Him, that's who. All right, how about last night, Ginn has a no-hitter in the 9th inning for the A's. And they're at the Big A. Watch what happens to this guy's no-hitter. It's unbelievable.
First time. Here's a fly ball, center field. It's hit well. Bolte is back near the wall. It's gone! Unbelievable! What a finish! Zach Neto says goodnight to the A's. And JT Ginn walks it off with a home run.
Ginn had a no-hitter going. I mean, you just can't even make it up. No-hitter gone, game gone, and they lose. I mean, come on. All right, here's Arenado for the Snakes. We catch this ticket.
Arenado with a fly ball. It's headed for the bullpen, and it's gone.
Money, money, money. Money, money, money.
4 batters in, and it's 4-0. It's an Arenado grand slam.
Grand slam breakfast. Second one's $1, huh? I don't care about the tying goal because I already played you the winning goal. Here you go. Brendan Sorsby, he's the quarterback at Texas Tech that's, busted for gambling, right? He's got all kinds of problems. He allegedly bet on Turkish basketball, Romanian soccer, doubles tennis matches, the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. He also reportedly bet on Indiana Hoosier football games in 22 when he was on that team as a backup. He said he did it to feel more connected to the team. Good one. By the way, he's suing the NCAA so that he can have his eligibility this year at Texas Tech. That shit ain't gonna fly. Talking about, I wanted to be connected to the team, so I bet on the team. He bet on everything, this fucking guy. He admits he has a gambling problem. So fucking what? I mean, the whole time he was in Indiana, he was betting on everything. And then now he's finally admitting he has a gambling problem, or had a gambling problem. It doesn't matter, neither here nor there. This guy Sorsby, he's a real piece of work, isn't he? Let's just be honest. And meanwhile, he wants to play. And I'll tell you why he wants to play. Because he's really good. He was at, what was he? At Indiana and Cincinnati, then I guess Texas Tech. Hopefully I got all that right. But I know this. He gets paid a ton of money, NIL money. He gets paid a ton of money. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Making fat stacks in Lubbock, playing for the Red Raiders. That's what he wants, is that fucking money. He doesn't care about anything else. And I guarantee he doesn't care that he has a gambling problem. Here's Jazz Chisholm for the Yankees.
Sky down the left field line. That ball is off the pole. Off the pole. A two-run home run for Jazz Chisholm.
There you go. He hits the 2-run shot. All right. Georgia defensive back. This guy, did you hear this? Raytajon Smith, arrested on 3 felony charges. He was arrested for, and they have this problem at Georgia. It's crazy. In Athens, all these players for the Georgia football team and Kirby Smart just keep getting busted, like tons of them. 84 players have been arrested in the Smart era. He was arrested for speeding over 100 miles an hour, possession of a gun, and possession of illegal drug paraphernalia. Your boy Smith, the defensive back. I mean, these stories just keep on giving, don't they? Here's Cody Bellinger last night.
High fly ball. Deep right center. Varsho back. Track. Wall. See ya. 2-run home run. And the Yankees have tied the game at 5.
So they tied a game at 5 on that one. The Chisholm homer off the foul pole and left gave them a 2-run lead, and they held on. They gave up a run, and then they win at 7-6. Here's Bichette last night. They hate him, but they're starting to like him.
Unfortunate in the defensive plays made against him. He flies this one deep to left. That goes Lyle near the wall, and it's out of here. Bo Bichette with his 3rd home run of the season. And the Mets stretch their lead to 5-3. He had gone 71 at-bats since his last extra base hit, the longest drought of his career. That is over as Bichette cranks one into the...
So here's the deal. This guy, he'll end up, when it's all said and done with his 600 at-bats, he'll end up with 30 home runs. He'll end up with all the RBI. He puts up the same numbers every year. You got to remember, he played in Toronto forever. He had a ton of injuries, and then he went for big money to the Mets. And he was supposed to go somewhere else entirely, and at the last minute, he went to the Mets. But they've been booing him, giving him shit, giving him grief, the fans, because the team sucks, so they're blaming him for everything. And they, sometimes they blame Mendoza, but they blame everybody how they've been playing. But those two took the most heat, and Bichette, more than anyone else, as a player, took the most heat, right? But now he hits home run. They're winning now. Now all of a sudden they're winning, and all that's going to go away. All that bullshit. And they're turning it around, and they're going to... that's quite a story from where they were in the depths of hell to... Same thing with the Phillies, winning. You get back to 500, then you get over 500, then you go from there. And let's see where they end up with that gigantic payroll. Here's Stotts last night for the Phillies.
Fly ball, right field. Back is Steer. Back toward the wall. It
Two-run home run for Bryson Stott, and he's just given the Phillies the lead.
Yeah, and we won that game as well and covered for you. Here's the Marlins last night.
This is Rick down the left field line. Stay fair. Into the corner. Gone! Call it. Go ahead and call it right now.
Javier Sanoja with a grand slam has made it 11-0 Miami here in the fifth.
The Grand Slam breakfast. I mean, they were flying out last night, weren't they? How about this? Left-handed hitters with 30-plus home runs, 100-plus RBIs, 100 walks in their first 162 career games. Ted Williams did it. Juan Soto did it. And Nick Kurtz. Don't call me George Kurtz, my boy, the old blue liner. Nick Kurtz of the A's has done it, along with Williams and Soto. That's crazy. They're saying Garrett Cole could make his first start since Tommy John for the Yankees during this homestand. They say he's got one more start at AAA, whatever, Scranton. And then after that, he'll start for the Yankees. And he's been throwing 100-mile-an-hour heat. Neymar, the legendary Brazilian soccer star, has made the team. He'll play for Brazil in the World Cup. 34 years old, he's played in, this will be 4 World Cups for Neymar. Man City, they got 1 game left. But, listen, Pep Guardiola, they're saying, is out after 10 years and 20 trophies. The legendary manager, the coach, Pep is leaving Man City. That's the word on the street. They're saying he's out. I told you yesterday, Marino's going back to Madrid, Real Madrid, for his second stint there. And we know the damage he caused there the first time. All the guy did was win trophies. O.J. Simpson detective Mark Furman, the racist cop, dead at 74. Of course, after he was a racist cop, a dirty cop, he turned into a radio and TV host. Angel Martinez and Gavin Sheets, the players of the week. Angel Martinez of the Guards, 7 for 19, hit 368, 4 homers, 7 RBIs, 1481 OPS. Sheets of the Padres, 10 for 16, hit 625 for the week, 4 homers, 8 RBIs, 2.177 OPS. That's incredible. And Sunday he hit 2 of them in Seattle. Arizona Cardinals quarterback Jacoby Brissett is not present at the team's voluntary OTAs. They've started practice. He's not there. He wants a raise. I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't give that fucking guy a raise. He sucks. I'm sick and fucking tired of hearing about Jacoby Brissett being a good quarterback. Please spare me. Their over-under in total wins for the season is fucking 4.5. Shut the fuck up about Jacoby Brissett. I don't want to hear it. I love this chick with what she said. I don't care about Kayla Harrison, the fighter, the PFL fighter, whatever she is, UFC fighter now. I can't keep track of what she is. But this is what she said after the Rousey-Carano fight. Ronda Rousey kicked Carano's ass in 17 seconds with an armbar. This is what Harrison said, quote, "If I'm Gina Carano, I'm taking my $1 million and buying the best antibacterial soap to wash Ronda's stinky pussy juice off of my arm. But if I was really Gina, I would have kicked Ronda's ass." Let me get this straight. Buy the best soap to wash Ronda's stinky pussy juice off of my arm. That is just fucking fantastic. That may be the line of the year so far. Finland embarrassed the U.S. 6-2 at the Worlds. That's hockey that nobody gives a fuck about. Anyway, Nate Diaz appeared to poop his pants in his loss to Mike Perry the other night in L.A. at the Intuit at the same card with Ronda Rousey and Carano. And, they're saying he shit his pants. They showed evidence of shit on the bench. They're saying that the blood was not why they stopped the fight. People are saying that he pooped his pants. This is fantastic. He got hit so fucking hard by Perry with like liver shots in his body that he cabled all in his pants. He shit himself. That is just fantastic as well. I can't get enough of these stories about Cable, honestly. Odds to win the Conor McGregor-Max Holloway fight at UFC 329, July 11th, International Fight Week in Vegas. Max Holloway's minus 550, McGregor's plus 350. 95% of the bets are, and 99% of the money. So 95% of the bets and 99% of the money is on Conor McGregor, the Notorious MMA. That's his nickname, the Notorious MMA, to beat Holloway again. He beat him, and he hasn't fought in 5 years. He beat him before. Notable results from a player poll in the NBA. What's the first team on your no trade list? The Grizzlies were the top team. Nobody wants to play for them. Wizards and Kings 2-3. What arena has the most passionate fans? Boston 1, Knicks 2, Thunder 3. What arena has the most obnoxious fans? Celtics 1, Sixers 2, Knicks 3. Aaron Rodgers now officially signed for the season. He's set to surpass Peyton Manning for the third most touchdown passes in NFL history. Rodgers has 527 career touchdown passes. Manning retired with 539. So he needs 12 to tie, 13 to pass him. The 28 NFL draft is going to go to the city of Minneapolis. They're doing it at a league meeting this week. The NFL's fan engagement and major events committees have been working with the city and the Vikings on plans for the 28 draft. 27 is in D.C. 28 will be in Minneapolis. Yam Madar, a basketball player, turns 26 this December. Now, nobody knows if he's eligible to play college. He was in the military. He was done with his military service in 2021 when he left for Partizan. He's now playing for Hapoel Tel Aviv as a pro, and they've offered him $5 million to play at LSU. LSU. I mean to tell you, they'll do anything to win down there. They brought back that dirty-ass coach, too. 26 World Cup odds. France and Spain are the co-favorites in the World Cup. So that's in less than a month now. It's like 30 days. And I'm going to give you these numbers just because I don't care. It's important that you get all these numbers, right? So France and Spain plus 5 bills. England plus 650. Brazil plus 8. Argentina plus 850. Portugal 11-1. Germany 14-1. Netherlands 20-1. Norway 30-1. Belgium 35-1. Colombia 40-1. USA 60-1. They have no chance, but they're hosting it. The 2026 Memorial Cup in minor league hockey, the Kitchener Rangers and Chicoutimi Sags, they won the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Kitchener, the Ontario Hockey League. Everett Silvertips, the Western Hockey League champs. And Kelowna Rockets, they host it, right? So those are the 4 teams in the semis of the Memorial Cup. How about this story? It's crazy. A tiny bee, are you kidding me, is helping with chemotherapy. Scientists in Australia discovered that honeybee venom can wipe out 100% of aggressive breast cancer cells in less than an hour. That's incredible. At the Harry Perkins Institute of Medical Research at the University of Western Australia, they tested venom drawn from 312 honeybees and bumblebees across Australia, Ireland, and England. The target, triple-negative breast cancer, 2 of the deadliest, most stubborn forms of the disease. The weapon, melittin, the tiny peptide that makes bee stings burn, melittin, right? So the melittin tore through cancer cells within an hour. Within just 20 minutes, it shut down the signals the chemical signals cancer cells need to grow and multiply. I mean, they took it and recreated it in a lab and got almost identical results there. No bees need to be harmed to develop the therapy. Published in a oncology review, the findings are early stage. They say they can solve breast cancer now with bee venom. Wish they would have done that for my fucking mom who died of breast cancer when I was young. That sucks. I got a friend whose mom has breast cancer right now and she's doing horribly. She had it, had it in remission, then it came back and it's got her now. The breast cancer, lung cancer is just fucking awful. I feel horrible for the family. I've been through it, so I know what it's like. You know what it's like. Everybody knows what it's like to have somebody with cancer. Cancer sucks, asshole. The Pelicans are hiring Jamal Mosley as their new head coach, a 5-year deal to go to New Orleans and eat clams and oysters. Mostly oysters. Luigi Mangione scored a partial victory in court as a judge rules that the evidence recovered from the alleged healthcare CEO killer's backpack at a McDonald's. Remember they busted him in Pennsylvania at a McDonald's. According to the ruling by the judge, the evidence includes the loaded gun magazine, a cell phone, a passport, a wallet, and a computer chip investigators allegedly recovered during the search. They said it was illegal to search. They didn't have a warrant. But it does not suppress the gun that was used to kill Brian Thompson. So the gun's allowed, everything else isn't allowed. How about this guy and all the money people give him? He's got millions from fans paying for all of his legal bills. He's literally living large in prison. MSG Sports is continuing with its plan to split the Knicks and Rangers and spin them off into 2 separately traded companies. Each company would also own that team's G League AHL team. MSG Sports said it has filed a form with the SEC to make the plan official. Louis Arias of the Giants now leads all second basemen in WAR. It's crazy. Look at his numbers. He's hitting .324, 801 OPS, 2.0 WAR. I mean, the guy's like the greatest hitter, and they're only paying him $11 million. What a steal that guy is. Urban Meyer lost his arbitration case against the Jaguars over his firing in 2021, saving Jacksonville $30 million. DraftKings is closing its 2-year-old sportsbook at Wrigley Field. They had a sportsbook at Wrigley Field and nobody used it. Pete Crow Armstrong has a heated, vulgar exchange with a female fan. Do we have this audio? I wonder if I have the audio. We don't have the audio, but we have the chick. You see that? That's him fighting with this chick near the dugout, and he told her, like, it's crazy what he said to her. You suck my fucking dick, bitch. Quote, end quote. You suck my fucking dick, bitch. After she said to him, you suck. And then he told her to suck his fucking dick. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Is he gonna get away with that? Like in Major League Baseball, you cannot talk to fans that way and get away. Like they busted him saying it. They got it on the audio of him saying that to her. And I can't believe that he hasn't been suspended already. Seriously. Christopher Sanchez, Dirty Sanchez, and Zach Wheeler since Wheeler's debut. Sanchez, 30 innings, 30 and 2/3, an 0.59 ERA, and a 0.75 whip. Wheeler, 31 and 2/3 innings, a 1.99 ERA, and an 0.88 whip. The dynamic duo back in Philly, dominating on the bump. The Knicks are the first team since seeding was implemented in '84 to be seeded third or lower and host 2 series in the second round or later because of upsets that happen, eliminating any potential opponents that would have hosted them. So they get a host. They're the home team in this series with Cleveland. 4 years before Donovan Mitchell arrived in Cleveland, no playoffs, no playoffs, no playoffs, no playoffs. 4 years since, playoffs first round, playoffs second round, playoffs second round, and now Eastern Conference Finals. Here's the schedule for the finals. It starts tonight with Game 1, Thursday night, Game 2 in New York, Saturday and Monday in Cleveland, Games 3 and 4. Next Wednesday in New York, Game 5. Next Friday in Cleveland, Game 6. And then Sunday the 31st would be Game 7 in New York at the Garden. Make sure you keep an eye open for the max profit plays from the Prophet or any push plays or prop plays that he puts up before games. Keep an eye out for my profit play video and my elite videos today on a Tuesday in the community to get all of the picks. Tell your friends about Profitable.tv because it's so fucking kick-ass and everybody's making fat stacks and you fucking know it. Let's make money on a Tuesday. Check out. Ooh.